After getting very ill the last few days, I found it almost impossible to keep basically any food down, assuming that I even had the appetite for it anyways. I still am hungry though. My stomach aches and reminds me of it regardless of my wishes, because my stomach knows the energy is what I need. I never watched Girls' Last Tour whenever it was in its season. I was too busy in some capacity or another, but after a chat with Core, it seemed like another of the many recently started shows to try. For me, the first thing I noticed in the show was the girls' search for food. They are hungry, and miserably so, but they keep driving their car, starting fires and exploring new areas in hopes that so inescapable food ration will be found, or questionable fish. Not just that, though. They searched for small things to maintain and create new good memories, to be brought back to life, to not just fill their stomachs, but to satisfy their need for mission, goal, and purpose. In episode 4, the two girls come across a bright room that they suspect was used to worship a god of some kind. A very bright room that Cheeto points out may have been used to set people's minds at ease from the dread of the dark afterlife. This is immediately punctuated by Yuri eating some food rations, once again putting their hunger at ease. But as has been highlighted previously in the value Cheeto has in her journal, in the far greater value of the man they met who had the maps, she finally states that food isn't what she places value in, but instead in Cheeto, who makes it easier for her to face the darkness alone, so to speak. The darkness of loneliness, of purpose, of death. What makes you hungry is a question deposited to the next character met in episode 6, who, like the map man, has spent a lot of her time trying to create a plane to fly to some mystical next city, what she sees as a greener pasture. If she can just get there, then she will be happy. But as she flies, her plane falls apart, her parachute opens up, and she gently starts to fall. When Cheeto and Yuri see her, the smile on her face, Yuri notes that she may be coming to terms with her own hopelessness, like the people worshipping the statue to find peace of the hopelessness of an afterlife. In episode 7, Cheeto states that she wishes that she could stay alive without having to eat, and Yuri says, "I don't really think that would be worth living at all," and I think Cheeto immediately understands that sentiment. Later in the same episode, as they are following the route to the food factory, Cheeto says, "I wish life had arrows like this," and Yuri responds, "But that would be so boring," which further instills how the show uses hunger to display a broader purpose. In episode 9, the conversation of what is life and what does it mean to be alive comes along as the girls find a small robot who takes care of this sole remaining fish. Yuri initially wants to eat the fish and is fairly insistent, although not forceful. But as they spend more time with the small robot, Cheeto's musings about the machines not being alive changes as they end up defending the fish from a larger robot in order to prolong its life. But for what? They gain no technical benefit from it. The robot thanks them for saving the fish, so it and himself can go on living for longer. Yuri says, "Hey Chi, maybe life means something that has an end," which continues to be further implanted as the series draws to a close. And they find that the world is coming to an end, and there is possibility at this point that they may be the only two people remaining. Still, they move forward, because they have each other, and that is their hunger. In their hunger, in their lives, they live with the value of each other, to find in each other, and search for further experiences to be had with each other before the eventual end punctuates it. The question I want to lay before myself and the viewer is simple, but may take much of your life to decide, or it may take a few seconds. It may change an answer, but I want you to always look to have one. I know I'm going to try to. What makes you hungry? What pushes you forward? What makes things worth living to you? And what can you do to better reach those ideals? Whatever those things may be, they are valid, realistic or unrealistic. It's searching that gives them value, the unattainability that makes progress for them so gratifying. I hope this stimulates and builds our happy lives until the days we die. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching again. I'm still here. I still appreciate every single time that you guys comment and click on the videos and everything. The amount of comments and the consistency with how I guess, valuable they are is insane. You know, whether they be comments on the video, whether they be, you know, like comments on me, comments on your own personal lives, you know, whether long or whether it's short and concise, or it's long and just profound and just really well written. It's always incredible to read and respond to all those comments, and I'm just really grateful for them. I'm really happy that you guys feel comfortable sometimes sharing the things that you do in the comments, and it means a lot to me. And I wanted to say thank you guys so much just for all that. I also wanted to thank all the people who've been making art recently. It all just looks incredible. I'm so impressed beyond all measure. I'm so impressed that anybody would draw my character, and I'll tell you what, my character sure does look good whenever it's drawn by other people. It looks just like what I wish I could draw it like. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.